Hello. In continuation with the integrals, today we are taking exercise 7.10. It is based on definite integral. Okay, limits are there. Exercise 7.10. These type questions already we have done in exercise 7.9. Some of the questions I am taking from this exercise. Like question number 2 of this exercise. Limit 0 to pi by 2 under root sine phi cos to the power 5 phi d phi. Okay, cos to the power phi d phi. How to solve this question? Because in the root it is sine phi, so definitely we have to take sine phi is equal to t cos phi d phi dt, but here cos to the power 5. So better to convert cos to the power 5 phi cos phi and cos to the power 4 phi. Okay, 0 to pi by 2 root sine phi cos to the power 4 phi into cos phi d phi. Okay. 0 to pi by 2 root sine phi and cos to the power 4, cos square phi to whole square. Cos square can be written 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square phi whole square into cos phi d phi. Okay. Now let sine phi is equal to t. Differentiate with respect to t. Sine phi cos phi d phi is equal to dt. Limit will also be changed in the same respect. Lower limit 0 sine 0, that is 0. When I put in place of phi by 2 sine 91 under root t 1 minus sine square. So 1 minus t square whole square and cos phi d phi, that is dt. Okay. So it comes 0 to 1 under root t a minus b whole square. A square plus b square minus 2ab into dt. Okay. A square plus b square minus 2ab. 0 to 1 root t, that means t to the power 1 by 2 multiplied inside. So it is coming t to the power 1 by 2 plus t to the power 4 plus 1 by 2. 4 plus 1 by 2, 8 plus 1, 9 by 2. Understood? Minus 2 t to the power 2 plus 1 by 2. 2 plus 1 by 2, 5 by 2. Got it? Because t to the power 1 by 2, when we multiply it inside, bases are same, the powers will be added. Integration of this term, t to the power 1 by 2. So t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. So I write here 2 by 3 plus t to the power 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2 plus 1, 11 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 11 minus 2 t to the power 5 by 2 plus 1, 7 by 2 and multiplied by 2 by 7. Limit 0 to 1. Okay. Now substitute the limit. Upper limit 1 in place of t 1. So it is 2 by 3. It is 1 plus 2 by 11. T to the power 11 by 2. Again it is 1 minus 4 upon 7. It is 1 minus. When we put lower limit, you can see everywhere there is a t, so the value of t is 0. Therefore, overall result is 0. Okay. 0, no meaning of it. 11 is 33, 33, 7 ja. 7 3 is 21, 2, 7 is 22, 31. Okay. LCM of 3, 11 and 7. 33, 33 multiplied 7 3 is 21, 2, 7 3 is 21 to 23. So it is what is coming here? 11 7 is 77, 77 2 is 7 2 is 14, 115 plus 7 3 is 21, 21 2 is 42 minus 11 3 is 33, 4 is 3 4 is 12, 3 4 is 12, 130. this is positive term 6, 9, 1 minus 134 upon 231. So 6 minus 4 it is 2, that is 9 minus 3, 6. 62 upon 231. Okay. So this is the answer of this question number 2. Okay. So simple question, first we integrate the term and then put upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. Now I want to take question number 4. Question number 4. It is limit 0 to 2 x under root x plus 2 dx. Limit 0 to under root x plus 2 dx. Okay. In this question, it's very special question. I'll consider let x plus 2 is equal to t square. So that this t will come out from the root and it remains t only. Let x plus 2 is equal to t square. So dx is equal to 2t dt. Okay. Limit will be changed in the same format. 0 when I put here. So t square is equal to 2. Therefore t is equal to under root 2, not minus 2. Second, I can put here 2 to the 4, t square is equal to 4, t is equal to plus 2. This is, what is the value of x? T square minus 2. Is it okay? Got it? In place of x, t square minus 2. Under root x plus 2 is equal to t square. And that is, in place of dx, 2t dt. 2 outside, it is t and then dt. Right? 2 limit root 2 to 2. This is t square minus 2. Root t square will be cancelled by root. It is t multiplied by t is t square dt. Root 2 to 2. T to the power 4 minus 2t square dt. Okay. A simple integration to t to the power 4. Integration of t to the power 4, t to the power 5 upon 5 minus 2 t cube upon 3. Limit under root 2 to 2. Substitute the limit 2 outside. Okay. In place of t first, I am substituting the value 2. 2 to the power 5 upon 5 minus 2 to the power 3 upon 3. Upper limit minus lower limit. Root 2 to the power 5 upon 5 minus 2 root 2 to the power 3 upon 3. Okay. Alright. This means 2 to the power 5. 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 60 to the 32. 32 upon 5 minus 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16 upon 3. Minus 2 to the power root 2 to the power 5. Root 2 into root 2 that is 2. Root 2 into root 2 that is 2. 2 to the 4 root 2 upon 5 minus root 2 into root 2 2 root 2. So 2 to the 4 root 2 upon 3. Okay. Now solve this bracket first. 15 LCM. 3 to the 6. 3 3 the 9. Minus 16 5 the 80. Minus. Here 15. 3 4 the 12 root 2. Minus 5 4 the 20 root 2. Okay. 2. 96 minus 80. It is 16. 16 upon 15. 12 root 2 minus 20 root 2. It is minus 8 root 2 minus multiplied by minus. It is plus 8 root 2 upon 15. So 2 outside. LCM 15. This is 16 plus 8 root 2. Okay. What is common? I can take common from here 8 root 2. Or first I am taking common 8, otherwise you'll confuse. 8 common, so it is 2 plus root 2 and 15 is outside. So 8 to just 16 upon 15, 2 plus root 2. 16 upon 15 and 2 plus root 2. From the 2 plus root 2 I can take root 2 common. So because 2 consists root 2 multiplied by root 2. So I can take root 2 common. What is left here? Root 2 plus 1. So 16 upon 15 root 2 and bracket root 2 plus 1. Okay. After that, question number 8. 8 question, 1 to 2, 1 upon x minus 1 upon 2x square e to the power 2x dx. Limit 1 to 2, 1 upon x minus 1 upon 2x square e to the power 2x dx. Here you remember one thing, the e to the power 2x. Therefore, direct you will not use this rule e to the power x f of x plus f dx. Okay, e to the power 2x here. So first of all, we'll convert into the simplest form of it. Let e to the power, I'll take 2x. 2x is equal to t. Let 2x is equal to t. Then 2 dx is equal to dt. Dx is equal to dt by 2. Change the value. Lower limit 1. In place of x I got 1 2 is 2. So t is 2. Upper limit 2 2 is 4. Okay. 1 upon x. 1 upon, what is the value of x? T by 2. So 1 upon t upon 2. Minus 1 upon 2 x square. T square upon 4. And e to the power t dx, that is 1 upon 2 dt. Okay. 1 upon 2, limit 2 to 4. I write here 2 upon t minus 2 to the 2 upon t square e to the power t, and that is dt. 2 is common from numerator. 2 upon 2, 2 to 4. 1 upon t minus 1 upon t square e to the power t and dt. Okay. Now let us see 1 upon t. Now the differentiation of 1 upon t is minus 1 upon t square. T to the power minus 1 upon t square. Okay. So the differentiation of 1 upon t is 1 upon t square with minus sign. So what does it mean? We can use direct formula here. What is that formula? E to the power x f of x plus f dash x dx. And what is the integration of it? E to the power x f of x plus c. Okay, that is a formula. Here 1 upon t minus 1 upon t square e to the power t dt. So may I write here direct e to the power t into 1 upon t. And limit, because it is a definite integral, so plus constant is not required. 2 to 4. 1 upon 4 e to the power 4 minus 1 upon 2 e to the power 2. Okay. So may I take 1 upon 4 common and e square common. So this is e square minus, where I take 1 upon 4 common. So 2 is upside and e square is common. 1 upon 4 e square minus 2. Okay. One more question I want to take from this exercise. Very interesting question. The question is given in the MCQ form, but I think we should discuss that question. It's a very interesting question. Integration, question number 9. integration 1 by 3 to 1 x minus x cube to the power 1 by 3 upon x to the power 4 dx. Upon x to the power 4 dx. Okay. Which term should be taken t so that this x to the power 4 will be removed from the question. Okay. This is the main problem for this question. So here, what should we do here? X minus x cube to the power 1 by 3. Okay. If I would like to take x cube common from the bracket, numerator. If x cube will be common, then not only x cube, this 1 by 3 power will also with that. Am I right? So if x cube to the power 1 by 3 will be common, what is left here? X to the power minus 2 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. Is it okay? If I'll take x cube common, so what does it mean? X square multiplied here upon x square multiplied. This x cube common and 1 upon x square, so x to the power minus 2 is left here. Upon x to the power 4 dx. Is it okay? 1 upon 3 to 1, 3 cancel, it is x. 1 upon x square minus 1 to the power 1 by 3 upon x to the power 4 dx. Okay. 1x cancel, 1 upon 3 to 1, 1 upon x square minus 1 to the power 1 by 3 upon x cube dx. Now is it okay? Let us take 1 upon x square minus 1 is equal to t. 1 upon x square minus 1 is equal to t. Differentiate with respect to x. What is the differentiation of it? Minus 2 is coming here. Minus 2 upon x cube dx is equal to dt. So 1 upon x cube dx is equal to minus 1 upon 2 dt. This minus 2 will be shifted here. 1 upon x cube dx is equal to minus 1 upon 2 dt. Replace the term. Okay. First, in place of x, 1 by 3. So what to write here? 1 upon 9. 9 minus 1, 8. So it is 8. Got it? Oh, just a minute. In place of x, I want to put here 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 9, 9 is coming here. 9 minus 1, 8. This is lower limit. Now let us see the upper limit. What is upper limit? When we put here 1. So 1 upon 1, 1 minus 1, that is 0. Okay. Minus 1 by 2. I put the value 1 upon x square minus 1. I have taken t to the power 1 by 3. And 1 upon x cube dx is equal to minus 1 upon 2 dx dt. Okay. Minus 1 upon 2 dt, minus 1 upon 2 out, and this dt is written here. Completed? Minus 1 upon 2 integration of t to the power 1 by 3. T to the power 1 by 3 plus 1. 1 by 3 plus 1, what is coming? 4 by 3. So t to the power 4 by 3 upon 4 by 3, which becomes 3 by 4. Limit 8 to 0. Okay. Minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 3 by 4. T to the power 4 by 3, limit 8 to 0. This is minus 3 upon 8. Substitute the limit. When we put the upper limit, it is 0. Minus lower limit 8 to the power 4 by 3. Minus 3 by 8. 0 minus 8 can be written 2 to the power 3. And whole to the power 4 by 3. 3 cancels. Minus 3 upon 8. Minus 2 to the power 4. And what is it? 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16. Minus minus cancel. 3 multiplied by 16 upon 8. 8 to the 16, 3 to the 6. So this is the answer of this question 6. In MCQ, first, A is the correct option. Okay. Clear? So this is one of the important questions of this exercise. By the way, this is the important question for the whole integration part. After this, we are discussing about the properties of definite integral. We are discussing about the properties of definite integral. Okay, because other question, other exercise which are coming, it's all based on these properties which we are discussing. Okay, some properties of definite integrals. Properties. Properties of definite integrals. Okay. Here I'll make a list of the properties of definite integral, and here on the left hand side will prove. Okay. Property number 1. What is property number 1? That is, the name is P0. Here the names of the property is given from P0, P1, P2, P3. So you will remember like that, P0, P1, P2, P3. Okay. P0. What is property P0? That is, if a to b f of x dx is equal to, we can write here a to b f of t dt. What is the meaning of it? Meaning of it, if you are going to replace the value x in place of t, r, y, r, v, whatever it is, okay, then the result of the integration remains same. It will not be changed. Like that, suppose a to b f of x dx, if I'll solve it and I'll put let x is equal to t, differentiate with respect to t, so dx is equal to dt, limit will be changed, the limit remains as it is ab, and this is f of t dt. No change, everything is same. Okay, so this is property number 1, is called P0. Okay, property P1, what is it? A to b f of x dx is equal to, if you take minus sign out, then the limits will be interchanged. It is b to a and f of x dx. Okay. Is it okay? Proof is required for this property. Proof is required for this property. Yes, it is required. A to b f of x dx, we have, let x is equal to minus t. So dx is equal to minus dt. We'll put x is equal to a. So t is equal to minus a. Okay. And x is equal to b. No, but it will come in the form of minus, right? But it's okay, no problem. We can solve it then also. If x minus a and b is, it is minus b, f of minus t and minus sign out, it is dt. Okay. So what is coming? This minus a to b f of minus t. Okay, dt. I'll put the limit, upper limit. So f of minus, it is f of b, minus f of minus, it is f of a. Okay, minus sign is common, it is f of a minus f of b. If I'll take minus sign common, it is plus f of a minus f of b. Here what happens? F of a, what is the answer of it? Minus f of b minus f of a. Okay, so you can see that f of b minus f of a, and it is f of a minus f of b, right? So what does it mean? When the limit will be changed or exchanged, then it will come in that form. Or you can understand in different way. Let me tell you, a to b f of x dx is equal to, what is the value of it? F of b minus f of a. Is it okay? If I will take here minus b to a and f of x dx, then what happens? Minus, it is f of a minus f of b. Okay. I'll take minus sign out. So what is this? F of b minus f of a. Okay. Both the terms are equal. That means they are also equal. So while understanding this, you can understand why this, right? Because here the limits are coming in the form of negative. So better to understand that way, right? This is property number second called P1. Now the property number P2. What is property P2? P2 is equal to A to B f of x dx is equal to A to B f of a plus b minus x dx. Most important property. A to b f of x dx is equal to A to b f of a plus b minus x dx. What does it mean? Function x, and this function will be replaced in the form of sum of two limits minus that function. Okay. So let us see this. A to b f of x dx. Okay. Let t is equal to, suppose I am taking here a plus b minus x. Okay, this I have considered. It's a variable, t is a variable because limits in the form of ab, therefore a plus b minus x. Differentiate with respect to t, dt is equal to 0, it is minus dx. Okay, so dx is equal to minus dt. Now this will be replaced. What is the value of when we put lower limit here? A in place of x. This is a cancel b. So it is b. When I put here b, so b and b cancel, it is a. And f of in place of x. Because I have taken here t is equal to a plus b minus x. Therefore x is equal to a plus b minus t. So a plus b minus t. And dx is equal to minus dt. Minus sign, it is dt. Okay. What happens if this, when we exchange the limit, then this minus sign will become plus sign. So it is a to b f of a plus b minus t and dt. And the first property says that f of x dx is equal to f of t dt. So we can write here a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Okay. So a to b f of x dx is equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. One property P3 is on the same pattern. If it is given that 0 to a f of x dx, then simply we can write here 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Nothing special in it, only the same condition there, lower limit in place of a, if you will put here 0, you are getting the result. In place of a, if you are going to put 0, that means t is equal to b minus x. Okay. So, or simply here in this property number 2, if you put a is equal to 0, you are getting, b, this 0 to a. 0 to a. Lower limit is 0 in place of a and upper limit b in place of a. Then you are getting this term. Or you can understand like that, f of a plus 0 minus x. Same thing. Okay. So this is P3, P4, 0 to 2a, f of x dx is equal to 0 to a, f of x dx plus 0 to a, f of x dx plus 0 to a, f of 0 to a, f of, what is this property? 0 to 2a f of x, 0 to f of x, and 0 to a, 2a minus x. 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Okay, this is P4. Let us understand this property P4. What is it? Zero to 2a f of x. One property I have missed, that is, okay, that is also one of the property, you know what is it? Because that property will be used here. This is a to b f of x dx is equal to a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. A to c, because c comes in between a to b. So a to b, we can write here a to c plus c to b, and same function. This I will verify that how it is. See, a to b f of x dx, what is the answer of it? f of b minus f of a, okay, is equal to, now let us see what is the answer of this term. F of c minus f of a plus answer of it f of b minus f of c. So this is f of c cancel, and I can write here f of b minus f of a is equal to f of b minus f of a. Okay, so this is the verification of this property. What is the name of this property? It is P0 or P1, like P0, P1, P2. This is property number P2. Property number P2. So P2 I can write here P2 0 to a to b f of x dx is equal to a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. Which number of that property? P2. P3. This is P3, and P4, it is P4. P5 is this is P5, which we are going to discuss now. Okay, this P5 is going to discuss 0 to 2a f of x dx. Property P5. 0 to 2a f of x dx, 0 to f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x. Okay, P5 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to, may I write it, 0 to a f of x dx plus a to 2a f of x dx. Any problem in it? This is the use of property number 2. Okay, 0 to a f of x dx plus a to 2a f of x dx. Here what should I do? Let t is equal to 2a minus x. Let t is equal to 2a, upper limit minus x. Then what happens? Dx is equal, dt is equal to minus dt. Dx is equal to minus dt. Okay, dt is equal to minus dx. This everything as it is, 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of x dx, no change in it, but here we are going to change it. This is plus sign, lower limit a, if I put here a 2a minus a, it is a, I'll put 2a minus 2a, that is 0, minus sign out, and this is f of, in place of x, 2a minus t, and that is dt. Okay, so what is this? 0 to a f of x dx plus minus minus. If you want to exchange the limit, then this sign will cancel minus, so it is plus 0 to a f of 2a minus t dt, or may I write here 2a minus x dx, same thing. Okay, so that is property number 5th. 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x. Okay. Next one, next property is, after P5 there is a P6. What is P6? Now P6 and P7, they are very important property. 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to, there are two conditions. Number one, 0 to a f of x dx, and second, there are two answers of it, one and second is 0. Okay, so one is 0 to a f of x dx when f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Okay, when this property and f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then the value is 0. Okay, so I'll write it properly. First we will verify it. 0 to 2a f of x dx. 0 to 2a f of x dx. Okay. How to write this property? May I write here 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Is that okay? Using this property P6, 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Is it okay? Now let us see if here in the condition, if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. If f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, then what happens? 0 to a f of x plus 0 to a f of x dx. What will it? 0 to a f of x dx, and 2 is coming outside. Is it okay? So if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, then this plus this, both the like terms, will be added to outside 0 to a f of x dx. 2 0 to a f of x dx. Second case, if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. Two conditions are possible. So if minus sign comes here, then what happens? It is 0 to a f of x dx and minus out 0 to a f of x dx. Both the terms are same. Both the terms are same. Only the sign is here minus sign. There is a plus sign. They will cancel. Result is 0. So if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then the result is 0. So it is 0 when this term, it is 2 into 0 to a f of x dx, then f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Okay. This I am writing here. One more property is required, and after that. So this P6 I am writing here. So very important property P6. 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 0 to a f of x dx. If f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, and 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. Okay. Some of them, they are thinking that you know what's going on this, how to use it and everything. When we solve the question, numerical questions, okay, after that you don't have any problem in solving that. But you keep in your mind all these properties. They will be very, very useful when we solve the questions, further questions, which are coming in exercise 7.11, 7.11 and 7.12. Okay. So this is property number 6. One property number 7. Property 7. What is it? It is minus a to a f of x dx is equal to, it is the property like property number 6, 2 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x is equal to f of x. Okay, this is the condition if minus f of minus x is equal to f of x, and 0 if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. How it comes? Look at that. What is the proof of it? Minus a to a f of x dx is equal to minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Is it okay? Minus a to a we can write here from minus a to 0 plus 0 to a. Property number, which property? Here I have written here property number 2. Okay, yes. Now leave this term. Let us discuss and concentrate to here minus a to 0 f of x dx. F of minus x. So I can consider let t is equal to minus x. Then what happened? Differentiate. dt is equal to minus dx. That means dx is equal to minus dt. Minus a to a f of x dx is equal to limit. Here I'll put in place of x minus a, minus minus cancel, it is plus a, and 0 when I put here, so t is equal to 0. In place of dx, that is minus dt, minus sign out, and f of x is equal to minus t. F of minus t dt plus, this remains as it is, 0 to a f of x dx. Okay. So it means when we change the limit, this sign will change. 0 to a f of, may I write, minus x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Okay. Here you can see limit 0 to a, limit 0 to a f of x dx and f of minus x dx. If f of minus x dx is equal to f of x dx, what happens? F of minus x, or you leave it the dx, f of minus x is equal to f of x. Then what happens? This term and that term, both the terms are exact same. So we can write here 2 0 to a f of x dx. In which case, when f of minus x is equal to f of x, dx I am not writing because this is the condition, f of minus x is equal to f of x. 2 0 to a f of x dx. Okay. But if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then what happens? F of minus x, I can write here minus f of x, so it is minus 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Both the terms are exactly same, but sign is opposite, so they will cancel and the result is 0. Okay. So that means minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 2 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x is equal to f of x. But 0 if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Okay. So these are the properties, all properties which would be used. Once again, let us revise of all those properties. This is P6. P6 also I am writing here. 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 0 to a f of x dx if what is the condition? F of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Okay. And 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. Right. So this is property number 6. I have written here specially. How to use these properties? Just let me revise first. First property P0. What is the name of P0? That means here what happens? A to B f of x dx is equal to A to B f of t dt. There's no problem. I think everybody understood it. P1 A to B f of x dx is equal to minus B to A f of x dx. When you switch the limit, when you interchange the limit, minus sign comes outside. Okay. If you want to remove this minus from here, you can just switch the limit. One is P2 A to B f of x dx is equal to A to C f of x dx plus C to B f of x dx. That means suppose we are talking about limit 1 to 5. So 1 to 4, 4 to 5. We can write here 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Sum will be equal. I already proved it. P3 A to B f of x dx is equal to A to B f of A plus B minus x dx. It's a very important property. If it is given that simply limit will not be changed, function can be written sum of both the limits minus x. Okay. Same as property number 4. If the lower limit is 0, you can treat it in place of a. I have put 0. Then this property will come 4th. Property number 5. A to 0 to 2a f of x dx 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x. Okay. Property number 6, which is derived from that only. This is property number 6. 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 if 0 to f of x dx, f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Okay, 0 to 2a, I can write here 0 to a f of x dx plus a to 2a f of x dx. And the second portion will be, I have proved it. Okay, so you'll remember like this is the property number 6. Okay. Now property number 7, minus a to b f of x dx. What is property 7? Minus a to a f of x dx, 2 outside, limit 0, that means this will be half, 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x is equal to f of x, and 0 if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. I think boys generally they confuse these two properties. Let me take an example, then I think you can understand it. This property will be understood by an example. Suppose 0 to pi sine x dx. What is it? 0 to pi sine x dx. Okay. Here 0 to pi there, so this is 0 to 2a f of x dx. Let us see whether it is applied or not. So simply it is given that f of 2a minus x. So I can put here sine pi minus x, upper limit minus x. Sine pi minus x, sine 180 minus x. In the second quadrant, 180 minus x, sine remains positive, and sine pi minus theta, that is sine theta. So sine pi minus x is equal to, may I write here sine x? What does it mean? F of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, because no minus sign is coming out. So this can be written 0 to, what happened here? 0 to 2 pi is to be written 0 to pi, 2 outside. 2 outside, 0 to 2 pi, half of it. Half of 2a, so half of pi, that is pi by 2. And I can write here sine x dx. Okay. So this can be written in the form of 0 to pi by 2 sine x dx. Right. That is one example of it. Now let us see the second example. Limit is same. No change in the limit. In place of 0 to pi by 2 sine x, in place of sine x, there is a cos x. Now what happens? Put cos pi minus x is equal to cos 180 minus theta in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative, only sine is positive. So what is this? Minus cos x. So cos pi minus x is equal to minus cos x. That means the second condition comes, f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. So what does it mean? Here the result is 0. So between 0 to pi, cos x dx is equal to 0. Okay. So this is an example of, same as if upper limit is given, suppose minus pi to pi when we are talking about. So using the same thing. Or in place of x, you can put minus x, like this. Now let us take an example of property P7, where P7 is used. Suppose it is minus pi to pi sine x dx. Okay. Here what we have to do, the condition is f of minus x is equal to f of x. So if I put here sine minus x, sine minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Okay. Minus comes out. What does it mean? Its value is 0. Right. But minus pi to pi, it is cos x dx. Now what happens? Cos minus x is equal to cos x. This is the property. So that can be written 2 outside, 0 to pi cos x dx, and we'll have to solve it. Okay. Actually this is considered as an even function. It's an even function, that is an odd function. So this is the use of these properties. I hope you have understood it now, and you will have a lot of entertainment when we solve the next exercise 7.11 using these properties. Okay. So till then, bye. Thank you and thanks for watching.